Hey everybody, it's Everett back with you from Hood Time Welding. Today we are doing a review of a review. This is my Bauer hammer drill. I don't remember all the specifics. Heavy duty variable speed, reversible hammer drill Bauer. It's 7.5 amps. It does regular drilling, hammer drilling. I did a review just about 2 years ago, I think, um, on my channel. It's gotten a lot of views. So I always told you if I review something, I'm going to keep you updated if there's problems. Well, the other day, I was doing one of my projects, and I needed a bunch of holes. Which one is it? Bunch of holes saws drilled. And I use this, the inch and, what is it, 1 3/4. Anyways, it's an 1 3/4 bit. So whatever 1 3/4 is times the diameter, that's how big of a drill. You know, and you can see that's pretty tough teeth, or pretty aggressive teeth. Anyways, I was using that to drill a bunch of holes in 1/8" steel. And my portable drill, my battery powered drill wouldn't work. Have a corded Black & Decker drill. That didn't really like it. I tried a air powered drill, just one of those fast little ones. That didn't like it. So I figured, oh, this is a 7.5 amp and it should work pretty good. And the only problem is, and I said this in the original, or I don't know if I said this, when you pull the trigger, you're going full out. You can try to wean it down by going like half trigger. And with it being that type of bit, I was trying to go about half trigger on it so that I could oil it as I went. And the oil would stay in there and I wouldn't burn out that bit because I only had the one of them. So I got through 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it was on the 5th hole. And it was pretty hot out that day. And I'd given this a break once or twice to try to cool it off a little bit. I blew some air into the fins. Well, on that 5th hole, she finally did the black smoke. And, I just got the smoke of death, as anybody that has a drill or any other electric power tool knows of. You get that puff of smoke and then there's nothing. I mean, I've got it plugged in right now and there's nothing. So I've used it quite a bit. I've done a lot of holes in cement, concrete. Hammer drill wise, it works fine. I don't like it so much for the drill features. But I was hoping, like I said, with the more power, that it'd turn that bit okay. We won't have problems. But I don't know. Maybe it was my fault for only going half and trying not to go full speed on it, so it wasn't getting the full airflow. I don't know. But what we're going to do today is going to take a quick look inside and see if we can figure out which wires burned up. So, yeah, I've always, I want to be truthful with my audience. I'm not trying to lie to you. I'm not sponsored by anybody. So, I'm just trying to buy the tools and use it for what I need it for. And I thought this would be a good investment. I mean, I paid, I think it was $40, between $40 and $50 for it. I'd have to look for the exact price. And it lasted me for a while. I've actually got a new one on order. Oh, well, there's part. That's just the drive gear stuff, which all that's fine. Clutch there. Let's see if we can pull this out. I'm not sure. You might have to take all these screws out of the handle to look in the motor. So if you'll hang with me for a minute, we'll go ahead and do a quick tear down, see if we can figure out which wires burned up on us, or if it was the whole motor. But yeah, guys, I'm just like you. I'm buying this with my own money. I want something that's going to last me a while, that I can rely on. I mean, I probably used and abused it a little bit too much trying to use it with that hole saw, because that's a pretty good size hole saw. Truthfully, I do have a bigger one coming, made by a name brand. I spent about 3 times what I spent on this on that, because I've had enough jobs where I needed a reliable hammer drill that I spent the money on it. And it's a manufacturer that you guys all know if you know anything about power tools. So we'll talk about that later. Once I get it in, I have a chance to use it. I've actually got a job next weekend that I'm going to end up having to use it just to drill. I need to drill one hole in cement. So there's the handle. Oh, where's this case split? Alright, so these wires all look good. The trigger wires look good. We're going to be able to get the motor pulled out. I don't know. It's like one of those things of they don't want you messing with their stuff, so they make stuff harder and harder to get apart. So let me see. Give me just 1 minute to see if I can figure this out. I think we've got all the screws out. I just got to get this plate. It almost looks like those seams aren't supposed to be coming out, so we need to pop it from this end. I'm going to get a screwdriver to do a little prying, because, you know, that's what screwdrivers are for. And don't tell me they're not, because all of us do it. Yeah, she's coming. Slowly. Come on, you baby. You know you want to come out of there to show us what you burned up. And I mean, it's broke. I've had it for long enough that I know there's no way I'm getting my money back. Or, you know, be able to take it in and get money for it. Well, you know what? Here are the brushes with your magnets. Those all look alright. A little prying from the back here. Come on. You know you want to come. Come on, you pain in my butt. Why are you not coming out? You should be popping right out of there. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video for a minute while I try to figure out how to get this popped apart, and we'll continue once I get it popped apart and we can see what's actually going on in here. So, of course, I forgot to turn my microphone on so you can't hear me here. So what I was telling you was I went through and I used my cutoff saw to cut the casing. And I'm still looking to get it out of the case here. I didn't really see anything yet. You can see where I'm showing you on the using the pliers, that actually sort of seems seized up, the shaft that goes out and drives the gears. So yeah, that seized up when the motor finally blew, and it would turn, but you had to turn it really hard, actually using pliers. So still working on trying to get it to pop out of the case, and she just did not want to come. Excuse the noise, just a second. Yeah, I had to get the dogs to stop barking so I could continue talking, but just working on getting it pried out of the case here. What it was finally is I ended up not seeing that there was two little screws way in the back there that I didn't take out, that I didn't see. Just working on getting it pried out of here so we can get a better look at it. And she just did not want to come. And of course, like I was saying earlier, like anybody, I'm using a screwdriver to pry because we all use screwdrivers to pry, even though that's not actually a pry tool. You know. None of us actually listened to that, or at least I've never met anybody that didn't listen to that. And I always use my screwdrivers to pry with. And that's why I've got some that have tips that are broken off and are screwed up, bent a little bit. But that baby was not coming out. She was fighting me the whole dang time. I was talking. Oh, here we go, getting another pry tool. And finally, with the second pry tool, in just a minute here, you'll see I'll get it pried out of here. Just had to get the right angle and in the right spot and break off where those two little screws were that I didn't notice were still holding on me. So there we go, it's finally out of there. But there was some wires and I couldn't pull them off. You'll see me grab the wire clippers here in a minute, clip those little wires. Because like I said, I of course definitely cannot return this now after destroying it like I did. So looking at the wiring, you can see in the wrap that goes around, I'm not an electrician so I don't know the right concept, but you can see I'm pointing out that the wiring here is discolored. So somewhere in there the wiring burned up and it discolored the wire itself. It got way too hot, and that's what caused the motor to finally fail, and that's what sort of seized it up. And it moves, but you have to use a pair of pliers to move it. So I'm just trying to get the rest of the way apart. There's a plastic piece in the way. Broke that off. Just trying to see if there was like a snap ring or something I had to remove to get the end off so we could get that motor pulled out, because it had to pull from the end where it attached to the front. She was starting to come a little bit because I was of course using my pliers to hammer, because again we always use the right tool for the right job, and that's what I had in my hands. Got the one piece off, but I found that she wasn't going to finish coming off. I wasn't going to be able to pull it quick for you guys so we could get a better look inside the motor. So in just a minute here. And let's see, yep, there we go. Let's take the cutoff wheel, cut right through the shaft. So yeah, we finally got it, and of course using my pliers for a hammer again, because that's what you use them for, because that was a thing that was handy. Just a minute here, I'll actually go over to the vise to hold on to it while I finish pounding out the center so we can get a look inside there. There she was coming. Just taking a little beating, using, my screwdriver and my pliers as a tool for the wrong type of tool. So now, actually looking at it, you can see the end of it was blackened, and that's where I'm assuming on the inside of the wire, the bundle there, that's where that's where the wire that burned out was. And you can see the inside was discolored and all that. So it's in that wire wrap there that goes around that they put on the motors. And like I said, I don't know the right term for it, but that's where it screwed up. Shush, guys. Sorry about that. My dogs again. So all in all, I couldn't really complain. I've been using and abusing this tool for a while, this drill for a while. And, oh, sorry, I'm also pointing out here in the case itself, you can see where it blackened up from where she burned through. And I continued talking to myself. I don't know what I was saying. I can't remember. But
all in all, what I was saying is I've used that drill quite a bit. For small little jobs where you're just going to be throwing in a couple lag bolts here and there, throwing some in some cement block or cement, the smaller ones, it does a decent job. It lasts me through quite a bit. If you're looking for a regular drill, this is not the drill for you. So I would go for something a little beefier. So as always, if you enjoy my content, please like and comment and all that. Big thumbs up's always appreciated, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.